Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Shamak. I want to first start out by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching well that oversees Tabernacle of David. Started with Prophet Abba Business on down to the apostles and elders. Shalom to the hopefully lit that's pushing his truth in the utmost sincerity, across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the angels that are witnessing this day, and shalom to the few sisters that's subject to this truth in all sincerity. Okay? And at the moment, I just want to go into, I was reading this month and last month in the book of Chronicles, First Chronicles. All right, so I just thought about, just bringing out a few accounts, that my eyes saw or that I thought was edifying, to the body. Okay? And in the book of First Chronicles, it's really First Chronicles, is going through the review of David's reign. You say scholars, I think would label it during a time period of 400 BC to like in the mid 400 BC. But just to label some things, that I thought would bring out, just through the spirit. Okay, and I'll start with First Chronicles. I matriculate throughout the chapters. Okay, I'm not gonna touch on every chapter, that's not feasible, not sufficient. But this is First Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. It says, in Jabaz, he was a righteous, because when you in the Old Testament, these historical accounts, we had Israel during the time with the Black Spanish Native Americans who are Israelites today. Back then in the ancient world, in the ancient time, we had wicked rulers and we had righteous men, ruling over us. Okay? And when we had a wicked ruler, man, we got judged as a nation. Heavy judgments. Just because you can't see it with your physical eye does not mean it wasn't heavy. They went through hell back then. It's nothing new under the sun, man. Okay, this is First Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. It says, and Jabaz called on the Most High of Israel, saying, oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, and that thou wouldest keep me from evil, that it may not grieve me, and that Most High granted him that which he requested. And I brought that out because because what did he do? That's just like we of us today, man. He's begging. You going to the word beg. You going to the word pray. It means to beg. He's calling on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And we all know. Those may not know, but you got it. We're going to need to call on their name to get out of the situations that we are currently in the situations that we're going to be in. We're going to have to call on the name Yahweh, being the Heavenly Father, and Yahushua being his only begotten Son, who the world ignorant causes God and Jesus Christ. Those names are not going to cut it, and those are not the names of the Most High and the Son. It's Yahweh, why Yahushua, okay? And I brought this account too because he requested, man. He called on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to deliver him from evil, keep him from evil, And with us too, man, it starts with our thoughts, man. It starts with our heart and our mind, you ask the Most High, please take evil spirits, man. Okay, from your mind. Baba Gashala Kwak, Warakayum. Okay, Labia. All right, please take evil spirits from my mind. All right. It says, I continue. Oh yeah, it says, in the Most High granted him that which Salaki, and God granted him that which he requested. Because look, what does it say in John? Man, we gotta pray with faith too. You gotta have that confidence. Slocky, I done went to the wrong one. But basically, I was and which one I was going to? Slocky, let me just pull it real quick. But basically, in John, he said, "Whatever you ask in my name, I will do." If I can't, I know, Slocky. So yeah, John 14:14 says, it says, John 14:13 says, whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Hey, so that's it. That's basically what Jabaz did. He was asking in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. That's prayer of faith. Going back to that James chapter 5 verse 15. All right. So going into the next chapter with David's reign. Oh no, this is not with David's reign. This is basically with the Israelites crying out in captivity. So lucky. All right. They were in war with the Hagarites. All right, now I get it right here. Start this first Chronicles chapter 5 verse 20. It says, and they were helped. Salaki, I started 18. First Chronicles chapter 5 verse 18. The sons of Reuben and the sons of the Gadites. So these are Seminole Indians and the Native Americans, and half of the tribe of Manasseh. Violent men, Salaki, men able to bear buckler and sword and to shoot with bow and skillful in war were 40 and 40,000, 703 score that went out to war. And they made war with the Hagarites with Jetur and the Push and Noab. And they were helped against them, and the Hagarites were delivered into their hand. And all that were with them, for they cried to the Most High in the battle, and he was entreated of them because they put their trust in him. So look, the Gadites, the Reubenites, and the tribe of Manasseh, well, the tribe of Manasseh would be the Cubans of today. All right? They put their trust in who, man? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. In the midst of the battle, in the midst of the fight. Still crying. And that's what we're doing, man. We're fighting a good fight of faith. And we're going through all these trials and light afflictions. These are light afflictions, of course. You know, we're going to still have to call on the name to be delivered, man. Because to show that we trust Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and you want the word trust in Hebrew, is batak. Okay? We always got to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that he's going to use us and that he's going to deliver us, man. All right? This is not an easy walk, but, you know, this is a walk for the strong, man, for the mighty. Okay? And our ancestors were mighty. That's why these historical accounts, you know, are heavy and, you know, are good to look upon, because it said, like the scriptures say, remember the days of old. You know, remember the days of old. All right. This is First Chronicles chapter 10 verse 1, going into the account with Saul. And, you know, Saul was like one of the noble, not like, but Saul was one of the Israel kings, man, that turned away. Basically a wicked ruler that I just spoke about just a couple minutes ago. Saul was one of those wicked rulers, man. He was the son of a mighty man named, I want to say Kabish. Okay. But yeah, Saul, he had hatred towards David, man. Okay, which is way off, man. And it's really special how Saul went after David multiple times, and David still had mercy. You know, David still had mercy for it, you know, because that was still his brother, man. Okay, honor. Hey, that's why you gotta be more wise as a serpent and honor all men. All right. That's special. David was in a heavy spirit, man. I'll tell you that much. This is First Chronicles chapter 10, verse 1. It says, now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. Because Philistines, man, the Africans today, tall as hell. They're probably big as hell, bigger than us, you know. And you know, Israel fled, man. All right. I want to go down with Saul, when Saul had transgressed, because the Philistines put Saul to death, man. But it's all through the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Lord, because if the Lord wanted Saul to beat the Philistines, the Saul would have overcame. Simple as that. But Saul wasn't a righteous ruler, you know, like David. All right. It says, this is First Chronicles chapter 10, verse 13, and I'm gonna connect it as well with the precept. This is First Chronicles chapter 10, verse 13 says, so Saul died for his transgression which he committed against Yahweh, even against the word of the Lord Yahweh, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it, and require not of Yahweh. Therefore he slew him and turned the kingdom unto David, the son of Jesse. So that's when David, man, righteous ruler, came into rulership, man. All right. Because Saul transgressed. A couple chapters ahead, let me go to 1 Samuel. It's in 1 Samuel. Because the books of first in Samuel and Chronicles, man, they really align with each other. Just gotta connect chapter with chapters. All right. This is First Samuel 13 and 13. And I was barking. It says, and Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now the kingdom shall not continue. See, Saul's kingdom and rulership shall not continue. You know? That's where David's light comes in at. It says, and the Lord Yahweh have sought him a man after his own heart. Because basically Saul was just doing what he felt was best, man. Doing his own thing. And we know that our power, our Lord, man, he deals with order. Okay? It says the Lord Yahweh have sought him a man after his own heart. And the Lord Yahweh have commanded him to be a captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord Yahweh commanded thee. All right. So he didn't command. He was commanding over his people, the Israelites. You know, he's just a wicked ruler. So what, man? The Lord had to put you to death. You know, we're not playing this. We don't serve a weak power at all. All right. Just want to touch on that Saul account, because Saul is a known ruler throughout the scriptures. Definitely a known ruler. All right. Let's get let's get this account. This is First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 35. All right. It reads. It says, First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 35. It says, and say ye, save us, O Most High, of our salvation, and gather us together, and deliver us from the heathen, that we may give thanks to thy holy name and glory in thy praise. So yeah, this is David. All right, because David, man, he overcame a lot of the heathen, man, through calling on that name. And you know, David was a mighty man. He was a man of war. Okay, that's why you read, when you know the scriptures, Yahweh Shemi Shai, he didn't even want David to even build. That's what Solomon came in to build the temple, because David had too much blood on his hands, man. All right, but he set the kingdom, he set the house of the Lord up for Solomon. You know, he basically did the groundwork, he did the dirty work, you know, for Solomon, his son, to rule. All right, it says, this is First Chronicles. I'll read it again. It says, and say ye, save us, Most High, of our salvation, and gather us together, and deliver us from the heathen, that we may give thanks to thy holy name and glory in thy praise. Because, hey, we're going to glory. That's how we're going to be glorified, man. When we get delivered from our situations and our obstacles, you know, and in sight of the heathen, that's how Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to be praised. You know, Slaki, let me get that First Maccabees 4 and 11 real quick. First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 11, it reads, that so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. So just so the heathen can know, man, just so Yahweh Shemi Shai name can be praised and glorified, you know, through us and by us. You know, that's why that precept, that scripture, man, it was heavy. You know, in verse 6 it says, blessed be Yahweh Shemi Shai of Israel forever and ever. And all the people said, Amen, and praise the Lord Yahweh. Okay, cause when we praise the Lord Yahweh, we was never forgotten, as it spoke about in Ecclesiasticus. Let me get that real quick as well. Let me get that real quick. It says right here, man. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old, and that's what we do. We look at the accounts. That's why I'm putting out the First Chronicles accounts right now. Cause what, man, we looking on the generations of old. We learning from these historical accounts. Cause what, when that time comes, we could put ourselves in that same situation, in that same predicament, you know, in our mind. And then when you put in your mind and you make yourself prepared and ready, cause you're going to the word ready. It means to prepare. Okay, when you make yourself willing and ready, you know, you can do it. You know, you put your mind to it, you come with confidence and boldness, you can do it, man. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Right. So all these times in these historical accounts, especially going through the Old Testament, you know, beautiful accounts, man. They calling on Yahweh Shemi Shai in their battles, you know, in their time of afflictions, crying in captivity, crying out, you know, they were not forsaken, nor confounded. Because, you know, going to work confounded, you being confused, you know, like proven wrong, you know. But basically a confused state. They were not confused, man. They trusted Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they weren't forsaken. It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So, hey, man, we calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's not going to forget you. You know, he has you. That's basically what that's going into. Just like he did with these older accounts. All right. I wanted to see. Yeah, so these are just to quickly touch on the nations. David was overcoming all these nations. All right. This is 1 Chronicles chapter 18, verse 11. Them also King David dedicated unto the Lord Yahweh with the silver and the gold that he brought from all these nations, from Edom, so-called white men, from Moab, so-called Chinese, and from the children of Ammon, the Japanese, and from the Philistines or Africans, and from the Amalekite. All right, for Amalek, for Amalek. All right, man, David had servants and everything. All right, but he had slaves, and aren't we on the tabernacle of David? Okay. This is the tabernacle of David, man. We're going to have slaves as well. Soon to come. Okay, that's part of our kingdom. All right. That's just what comes with it. But also with David, we go up a couple chapters. Okay, everything wasn't all good and dandy. Okay, in the reign of David. You know, everything wasn't just all peaches and cream. You know, he was a man of war and he was overcoming these nations. He still went off. You know, he still sinned before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And he had to face his judgment. But I want to just point out that he took ownership of his judgment. All right? He took ownership, man. And that's heavy. This is 1 Chronicles chapter 21, verse 8. It says, and David said unto the Most High, I have sinned greatly because I have done this thing. But now I beseech thee, do away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. All right? Because, hey, he confessed. He confessed before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And when we confess for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, that leaves in that chance for mercy for us, man. Okay, not being stiff-necked in pride. Because pride is beginning of sin. Verse 9, it says, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Gad, David's seer, saying, go and tell David, saying, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So he had to choose one of these punishments, man. Damn. That's a lot of, that shows you that the Lord, our power, has a lot of mercy as well, just by giving David, you know, his beloved, by giving him even an option, man. Verse 11, it says, so Gad came to David and said unto him, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, choose thee either 3 years of famine or 3 months to be destroyed before thy foes, and foes are enemies, while thy sword of thy enemies overtake thee, or else 3 days the sword of the Lord Yahweh, even the pestilence in the land, and the angel of the Lord Yahweh destroying throughout all the coast of Israel. Now therefore advise thyself what word I shall bring again to him that sent me. All right, so he had to choose one of these. He gonna either go down before his enemies, deal with the famine, which is a horrible death, man. 3 years of famine, or just deal with the judgment of the Lord, whatever the case may be. Those pestilence, man, those diseases in the land, destruction in the land. All right, verse 13. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Man, he's in it because that strait is that position of difficulty. He was in a heavy position, man. You know, he was down and out. It says, let me fall now into the hand of the Lord Yahweh, for very great are his mercies, but let me not fall into the hand of man. See, he want to go down for his power. He's not trying to fall by the hand of man. You know, that's what David chose, man, to deal whatever Yahweh puts upon him. But David also understood, man, you are very merciful, and then you don't want to put your life in front of man. Man, not merciful at all. Especially these other nations, these heathen nations. Okay? I'm going to get this part as well. Just taking more ownership. It says, and David said unto the Most High, is it not I that commanded the people to be numbered? Because his sin was numbering the people. You know, that's what he went off. It says, even I, it is that I have sinned and done evil indeed. But as for these sheep, Okay, he's talking about the other Israelites, man, under his rulership, following him as the king. It says, what have they done? Let thy hand, I pray thee, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, be on me and on my father's house, but not on thy people, that they should be plagued. See, plague going to that destroyed, that they should be destroyed. And that's a merciful king, man. David was in a beautiful spirit, man. For him to take ownership of his iniquities, for his evils, for his wrongdoings, And that's what we got to do as well on a daily basis. That's why the scriptures speak about us dying daily. We always in it being put ourselves in that great strait, examining ourselves, how we should move in this thing. Because once you're able to take rebuke, that's how you grow in this thing, man. And you confess, when you fall, you able to just get up and keep it pushing, Not saying every fall gonna be, on the same level or whatnot, but you able just to get up and push, man. Because these afflictions and what we see, it's only gonna last. It's only but for a moment, And the wicked only is triumphant but for a moment, as it says in Job chapter 20 verse 5. Only but for a moment, man. We're gonna die daily. We trying to get better within ourselves and our inward spirit on the daily, man. All right. And lastly, I want to go to the basically the throne, David's throne, because I mentioned Solomon, but basically David's throne, being basically going to Solomon. All right, this is 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 20. All right, and when Solomon was born, it said beloved. I didn't want to say in the book of 1 Samuel or maybe in Kings. I want to maybe Samuel. But when Solomon was born, they said the Lord beloved. All right. It says, 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 20, it says, and David said unto Solomon his son, be strong and of good courage, and do it. Fear not, nor be dismayed, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, even my power, will be with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, until thou hast finished all the work for the service of the house of the Lord. Because that was Solomon's duty, was to build the house of the Lord, man, build the temple, which he did, man. Okay, which he did. All right, let me get with Solomon as well, because Solomon is a heavy account. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 6. All right. It says, this 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 6 says, and Solomon said, thou hast shown unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness, and uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day. See, now it's beautiful. Hey, that's why in the spirit, man, you always want a son to keep your name and your heritage going. Our heritage is by the seed of the father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, to sit on his throne, and who's to sit on that throne after David? Solomon. All right, let me get this is heavy too. Just to go quickly into because Solomon was known as the richest and wisest man, wisest ruler. This is like it for the words. I'm stumbling over words and shit. All right, but this is 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9. Because look what he asked for as well, man. This is why he was the wisest. Because look what he asked for. It says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart. Man, going to that heart is that mind. To judge thy people. Because he was a judge over the Israelites. That I may discern between good and bad. See that discernment. That's what we got to have in this truth. To understand which damn camps are off as hell. Which doctrine is true and false. But it's ultimately in your spirit's gonna bear witness. You gotta just pray that you have that discernment and that you're on the right path. It says that I may discern between good and bad, for who is able to judge this thy so great a people? Because Israel is a great nation. No nation like Israel. As it says, I want to say 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 23, when it was spoken about, when the scripture spoke about, it says, what nation is like Israel? What nation is like Israel, man? Look, we the salt of the earth. We just at a low condition right now. But don't let our condition be mistaken. That don't give a false representation that the Lord is not dealing with us, man. Don't let that fool you. That's what's fooling these people out here, man. That's what's fooling the heathens. And that's what's fooling the damn 2/3, man. It says, verse 10, and the speech pleased the Lord, Yahweh, that Solomon had asked this thing. He asked for discernment. He asked for that wisdom, man. He didn't ask for the most fanciest woman, the baddest bit, the flyest chariot, the flyest vehicle, the most food. So just carnal things, man. He didn't ask for carnal things. He asked for spiritual man. It says, that's why it says, and the speech pleased the Lord Yahweh, that Solomon asked this thing. Verse 11, and the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked for riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies. Because he could have easily asked, man, I want to live forever, man. I want to kill these motherfuckers, and I just want all the money. I want all the wealth, But because he asked for wisdom, he got it all, man. He got it all, It says, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee. So, hey, that's how you know that Solomon was the wisest ever, man. And if you could receive it, Solomon was Yahweh Shai. Solomon was Yahweh Shai, and I'm gonna prove Matthew does not. Matthew 1:1 say the son of David. Who's the son of David? The genealogy of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. So who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says son of David, which is Solomon. Reincarnation is within the scriptures, man. Plain sight, man. All right. It says, understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. 13, and I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. So yeah, it was no king like Solomon, man, but it was set up through the workmanship of David, through the tabernacle of David, man. Okay, Solomon was able to live in peace, have all 700 wives, 300 concubines, And he had the wisdom. He was a wise king because the way he asked for it, man. Look what he asked for, wisdom, and that's what we should do as well. Because Yahweh Shai, when you seek the kingdom of heaven first, as it says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 33, he's gonna do the rest, man. He's gonna handle the rest for you. That's why we're gonna benefit. It's just not gonna be all hell breaking loose, and we just gonna be, down bad. Even though we are gonna be down, but it's not gonna be. Because we may think that it's not gonna be any benefits, man. We're gonna benefit. The scriptures speak about your servants shall eat while they should be thirsty. We shall rejoice while they should be ashamed. In Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. It's not gonna be all bad, man. We once you stand in that upright in heart, in the mind, and keep the charity and love and attempt to and work to endure in this thing and give diligence in our faith and our works, man. He's not gonna forsake us, man. He's not gonna leave us confounded. For these people to mock at us and scoff at it, to continue to mock and scoff at us, man. All that shit's about to get put to a knot, man. And it should comfort you and I hope this was comforting and edifying, for the spirit, bringing out these accounts in First Chronicles, with David's reign, with the Israelites going to war, still crying on the name of the Lord, showing he's a just power because, going off like Saul, you gonna be punished. The one that trying to do your own thing, seeking after your own lust, your own heart, But most importantly, man, we seeking the mercy of Yahweh Shai, just like David did, man. Our righteous king, All right. But that's all I wanted to bring out pertaining to the book of the First Chronicles Accounts. Just to get those accounts, man, for the edification's sakes, and to exhort the body or whomever it may be for, whatever part of the flock, man. All right, but this is your brother Shamak, and I end up by giving all the glory and infinite praises unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakar. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching rule well, the overseers tabernacle of David. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect and their families. And with that, I say shalom. Keep the faith. Mwah.